Jai Ma, Namaste everybody. Oh, I think my text didn't post. I had written something in the chat box that you can ask any question from your heart. I will just type that again. Sorry for that. Oops. Or maybe Hari, can you type that? That would be great. Namaste, Jai Ma. That just any question is welcome and any sharing from the heart. That would be lovely. So, yeah. So I want to invite you to just arrive as you are, as you feel physically, mentally, emotionally right now. And perfect, it's always good to hear that the video and the sound works well. So, however you feel today, in this very moment, it's the reality of this moment. So, the invitation is always to, as best as we can, accept it, love it, be at peace with it, with the openness that it can change. If I don't feel very happy right now, or there's a situation I don't feel comfortable with, obviously I can try to change it. Yeah? If I sit in a strange way, I can adjust my posture, sit more comfortably, choose a different chair, and then just be. And certain aspects of life, they just can't be changed sometimes. So the invitation is to really just accept it that way. And from that accepting place, from that loving place, I can much better try to still grow and with grace change something. But if I don't accept fully where I am right now, because I want to be somewhere else, I want to feel somehow else, I want it to be different than it is. So then I don't start here where I am. I'm trying to start somewhere else where I'm not, and this will not bring any really good result. So be it that you can just be at peace without changing anything, or you feel like there is something I want to change. It's always important to start where you are, to really embrace that. Yeah, and the body is a really good tool for that, in the sense that the body is always here now. If I'm touching my shoulders right now, in this very moment I can feel that touch, or I can feel, if I tune in, I can feel how my sitting bones are sitting on the chair. And this is the present moment. I'm only inhabiting this, like I'm only using this body as a vehicle right now. It's not permanent, but in this very moment, it's a wonderful tool. I can really, in each and every moment, like a handbrake in the car, I can use it as like, oh, I'm back here. I'm back in this moment. I might be really in my mind. And as soon as I, maybe with a gentle touch, come back, here I am. And if I cultivate that, if I slowly but surely always use that in a loving, conscious way, this tool of the body being in the present moment, I don't have to wait for maybe a sharp pain which brings me immediately back. Yeah? Like if I'm not attentive and I cut a tomato and then bam, here I am back in the moment because I might have cut my finger a bit. I'll just read that out loud because I find that it's really beautifully written, Hari. So everyone is most welcome here, and even if I'm talking about another topic, like he says, there you're really most welcome to ask anything personal, anything from the quote-unquote material world, from the spiritual approach. Like there's no difference for me, but anything really what might be up for you, just if you want, you can share it here. And yes, exactly, that it's always for everyone. Even sometimes we don't think that a certain theme is something we also carry with us, and then maybe another person asks something, and somewhere inside, maybe in a different or slightly different nuance, but it might also really ring a bell for you then. Gnani, mama. So, just to still connect more and tune in, I invite you to come to your beautiful heart with all of what is up for you. And I'll sing a little bit, and we just are in that juicy place, or in that intense place, or happy or sad place, whatever it might be for you right now. And we love it as it is. Jai Jaya Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Jaya Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Kali Ma, Jai Kali Ma, Jai Kali Ma, Kali Ma. Neptuna, Neptuna, Ashtunano Kema Kema Amma Amma What if you could just sit in your heart, accept how it feels there right now, and be at ease with that, trusting that everything is okay how it is in this very moment, even if you don't know anything. How about sitting in that, not knowing anything? Yeah, and you can observe maybe how sometimes then something wants to know, something stands up, so to speak, and it's like, but I want to know, and that's okay too. Just lovingly, but not paying it attention, so to speak. Like, let it be there, it's okay. But just accept that you don't know. Or there might be the other person or the other part in the mind which stands up and says, but I know. And also that one, let it be there lovingly. And without being mean, but really question that. What do you really know, apart from what is present in this very moment? Do you know anything really what is not in this very moment? And there's loads of stories probably accumulated, like from the past, what I am this and that, I've lived through that and this story and so on, and just see if it's okay to have these mental memories, but if it doesn't really have any relevance right now for you, wherever you are right now, sitting or standing, watching this video, live or being in the recording, does it really matter how you reached to this second of listening to my voice now? Yeah, there might be accumulated emotions or physical things, through events, situations, stories which have happened. But how about just accepting this present moment as it is, and not needing the story why I feel like this, or why my body feels like this, or my mind thinks like this. How about just accepting that it is right now like this? And that's all. You arrived here. That's all that matters. You are in this very moment, here. Wherever this here is for you, you are. Namaste, Fati. So nice to have you here. Jai Ma. And how about if you don't have to know anything which might or might not happen a second from now? Not holding on to anything as a fixed, for sure thing. I mean, there can be plans, that's okay, but having these plans as a loose kind of direction, and that's okay, that's good to have this optimism and direction of like, this is where my heart wants me to go and the actions I feel like my deepest heart tells me to take. But if a second from now this really all will happen in the way I am planning to do that, I really don't know. And the invitation is to not collapse in that not knowing, like, oh my God, this is terrible that I don't know, but to feel or sense the lightness in that, the being without weight, the freedom in that. There is the direction and the dedication and the commitment to take the steps which feel truthful, but the absolute freedom in this very moment, that it's always fresh. Always, every millisecond is fresh. Jai Bhavani Ma, Jai Mata, Jai Mata, Jai Ma, Jai Bhavani Ma, Jai Mata, Jai Mata, Jai Mata, Mata Bhavani, And what I feel right now is it working for the whole group, let's say. Anybody watching live or in the recording, that it's working on the throat chakra. And be it that you've really also sensed that right now or not, just see it as an invitation to become, let's say, even freer in your expression. Yeah? However free you are, maybe already, like with words, with writing, dancing, singing, knitting, walking in your own manner. Like, it doesn't have to be something what we usually put in the box of creativity, but anything how you express. Yeah? Anything like a crazy whatever, or a peaceful, silent sitting. All of that is an expression. Yeah? And the more free we can allow the divine wave to come through us, yeah? With whatever crazy or silent expression it comes, the more fulfilling and the more alive, free and loving it can feel. Yeah? So there's always time, there's no rush to get to a complete freedom in that, and it's always also important to respect and honor any shyness. And maybe I'm for myself already comfortable to express in my own room and nobody sees me, and I'm not comfortable in front of other people, and that's okay. Yeah? To not push that in a way that it has to break free or something. Yeah? Take that part which might be shy or a bit slower than the mind would wish. Take it by the hand and lovingly, encouragingly do a little step when it's ready to take that step. It doesn't have to take a huge step. It can if it wants to and is supported with grace, but to not overstep certain barriers or also sometimes even traumas, to really, really lovingly say it's okay. How it is right now, like I said already in the beginning, it's okay. And if there's the wish for like a freer expression of whatever that expression might be, then lovingly, patiently take one mini step after the other. Let it unravel with love. Let this kind of, how I said before, this wave which comes from the inside of I want to express. Yeah, let this wave just by itself drizzle through a little bit, or already make the full movement, whatever it is. But be patient, lovingly and patient. Yeah, because if there's this trust, yeah, that with every new wave which comes, this sand castle, this sand wall of, ooh, I am not doing this, I'm afraid, or whatever, it will eventually dissolve. Yeah? But give it the time it needs. And it will, in my experience, feel much more loving and digestible also along the way. Yeah, so in the day-to-day life, while you are in that process of freeing yourself more and more, you're perfect in each and every step, not only when you arrive somewhere, but in every second. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Mata Bhavani Ma, Mata Bhavani Ma, Neftuna Jayama 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 Amama Mata Bhavani Ma, Mata Bhavani Ma, Neftuna Nechayna Neftuna Neftuna Nechayna Nechayna Kema. When I'm yawning, then there's just energy passing. Now, if you want, just feel how your throat chakra feels now. Maybe you feel a difference or you don't. It's completely fine. Some people are very sensitive feeling-wise or hearing-wise or seeing colors, or more like a knowing feeling. And whatever it is for you, or if you just You don't feel any of that, but have the feeling, oh, but I stay because somehow it feels right to stay. Whatever it is for you, it's fine. Yeah, there's no, you should feel it like this or like that. Yeah, every perception is so unique. And anyway, everything which can be perceived, so to speak, is a form, is something I can see, like like my glasses here, I perceive them, I perceive energy, I perceive colors or whatever it might be. But the ultimate truth, that permanent, all-pervading one, and even if I say one, it's not correct. Yeah, it's a limiting word for that. It cannot be perceived. It cannot be put into words or described. But the invitation is to somehow get back to the knowing that it is there, that there is something permanent there. There's something which, if I look behind the horizon and the horizon after that and go on and on and on into the endless, something is still there. Something exists. And somehow, even if I can't put it into the right words, there's a knowing of that, there's a consciousness of that existence. And if the mind comes in and wants to know, let it chatter up here, but see if you can sink down without effort, just by itself, into that somehow knowing an existence is there. And that you don't have to describe it or grasp it. And it's endless. Satchitananda, 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 Satchitananda. Satchitananda, Satchitananda, Satchitananda. And in this endless existing consciousness, there are also all these forms. Yeah, there's mental waves, thoughts, emotions, physical forms. Yeah? Everything exists also in that, as that. So there is a ripple on the lake, making a curve, making a circle. It's the same lake. And the ripple moves out, like if I let a stone fall and the little waves, ripples go out. They're in movement, they're changing, they're not permanent. But they're also the lake. And whenever this ripple subsides, reaches the shore, and here, like every example, it's limited. Like obviously what I mean is endless lake, something which has no end. And whenever that wave, that ripple ceases to exist, there's still this lake, this endless lake there. And on one hand, nothing has changed, and the form of that ripple has gone. All these forms which come into existence and pass away again, they're really there while they are there. It's not that they are fake or just an illusion. That's a limited definition. Yeah? It's not what we usually think they are, because if we are really identified with this form, with this human body mind, then every form is often taken too important, let's say. Yeah, in a sense that I'm attached to my glasses or to the cup which is for my mother, and if it would break, it would be a big loss because of my attachment. Yeah, but the forms do really exist right now, and there are consequences in the forms. Like if I let this cup fall, it might really break on the floor, and so it's not that anything on the form level is unimportant and just whatever kind of like not truthfully peaceful state. Like if there's something which happens in the form level, it has an effect. And to really say yes to that effect, and to also my responsibility, like to, for example, take care of this cup with Shraddha, like with loving awareness, or with cleaning it properly and all these things, then this is also right now the truth of the moment. It is here right now. The only thing is that it's not permanent, that if I attach my heart, my emotions to it, and I'm then heartbroken if it breaks, if the cup breaks, then I've created my own suffering. But I can and I should also be really living in this form world as the consciousness I am. And when I say should, I don't mean it like with a whip and kind of a strong pushiness, but it's a real call to not use spirituality for getting away from the quote-unquote normal world. It's not separate. It's one wing, of a bird, and the other wing is also needed. The material and the spiritual. There is not the possibility even to, for a long time, just look away from one. The bird will not be able to fly. So really, what is like a strong call in my heart right now and lately, when I sometimes just get in contact with certain aspects where, in my understanding at least, spirituality is not used to its full potential, let's say, that it can embrace both. It's not there to escape this world. It's there to master this world, to thrive in this world, to love in this world. Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jai Ma. Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jagadambe, Jai Jagadambe Ma, Jagadambe. Om Jaya, Om Jaya, Om Jaya, Om Jaya. comes the invitation to really embody, to really, for example, tune into your hips, to your sitting bones. If you're sitting right now, also to your thighs, where you touch your chair, the sofa. And also to your feet, be it that they're on the ground or maybe in crossed leg position. But really grounding down, inviting all this consciousness, all this love, all this consciously existing, endless experience to be lived in each and every cell of this very body of yours. And however far this goes today, be that it's just getting maybe to the head, or maybe also to the shoulders, torso, hips, or even to the feet in your own time. However that is for you. If it stops maybe here, that's fine. Just have the doors open that it could come more down whenever it's ready. But really invite it to ground down, to digest, in a sense that sometimes it might feel less blissful once it really comes to sit in each and every cell. It might feel less ecstatic, but it's even more truthful. It's even more here. It doesn't have to fulfill any idea of the mind of an ecstasy, blissful state, but it can just be here and now, in this full moment of this body-mind experience and the world around you as one. How about if it could just be that easy to just be here, sitting in that, as that. And see or observe what in you can't hold the quietness, can't stand it, has to move. And maybe for a split second it it's great to relax and some peace of mind is good. But if it lasts too long, so to speak, just see what jumps up and screams for attention, even though it might be something which is really not relevant right now. And let it be there, because also this is obviously what is happening right now, but see if you can just keep on sitting, so to speak, in that what you are. Like I like often this image of like really, I would call it like the perfect grandmother. It's not that I loved my grandmothers really dearly, but they were not like this, but I would say the picture book perfect grandmother who's sitting in this big sofa chair and is just sitting there, maybe knitting or something, but just in this peaceful, loving, accepting state, as her grandkids are just making a complete mess in the room, like screaming or laughing, dancing, whatever they might do. So in that sense, if you can just sit there in the midst of your mind, your body, your emotions, one by one or all together, asking, screaming for attention, and you can just be there, lovingly, acceptingly, with no need to react. I mean, if there's something really uncomfortable and you want to act on that and move your posture again, that's obviously fine. But if you do so, also observe if it's then becoming a fiddling around of like never then stopping. But if there's something you want to lovingly change, then just do that. But really observe what is here right now and how much peace is here actually. If I don't pay so much attention to all these grandkids jumping around. And also observe if then maybe some resignation or like more personal passiveness comes, which is also not the truthful, accepting, loving, patient way. It becomes more and more subtle. If you are still with the bigger grandkids, that's fine. And if you're becoming, you kind of, to a certain level, there is peace with what is happening, and then there's nuances. You have to look even deeper and deeper, investigating deeper and deeper what is really true. Am I getting slightly annoyed or resignated, or just in this like, oh, whatever state, and it's not that. It's that tasteless state, if you want to even call it a state, but it's that just being. and allowing all of what's happening. No judgment. And if judgment arises, no judgment of the judgment. Just being. What if you could let go of every question in your mind, just for this very moment? So many things I could do instead of being. So many things I could say instead of listening. Why would I wanna do that? Why would I wanna do that? Why would I wanna do that? Why disturb the peace that is? Ja, was wäre? What would be there if you just let it? If you don't have to change it, if you don't have to reach anywhere else but now, but here. What if you could be just silent, if there's nothing to talk about? And if you could just laugh and sing and talk, express when that impulse comes, for no reason. If you just live in this very moment, but with the full awareness, the full responsibility, as much grounding as it is just now, of saying yes to this very moment. Just try for this very moment to just say yes. Yes to the pain, yes to anything you would like to change. And you are allowed to do the steps, but say yes to how it is right now. And a yes which is loving, which sees the perfection of this moment. Not the lack, not the I'm not there yet, but the I am where I am, and I can still go. I can still grow. Gate, paragate. Yeah, also after waking up, after deepening, embodying, yeah, there's still so much more to learn and to grow. And that's okay. Gate, paragate. But now it's already good. It's already God. It's already divine love. Prema upa, prema upa, prema upa, prema upa. Jai Ma, 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 Jai Ma. Hai Nani. Sometimes the mind has the idea or concept that waking up is something, or has to be something super spectacular, super out of the norm, super blissful, so to speak. And bliss is wonderful, like there's nothing against that. But if it is still a bliss experience, like a bliss fragrance, so to speak, which comes and goes, sometimes it's more blissful, sometimes it's less blissful. Then it's still a form, it's still something which is not permanent, even though it is beautiful if it's there. If I cling to that, if I'm attaching myself to that, I need that bliss, I need it to be always in that way blissful, then again I just create my own suffering. Anything which comes and goes is not the permanent. It can be enjoyed, it can be lived, there's nothing against that. But see if you can, if you want to even call it attaching yourself to, but if you just attune yourself with that which is permanent. Why all these other forms also happen and change and come and go. But that which is always here, present, existing, Sat, Chit, Ananda, it is always here. It has, already when I say it is always here, it is something which is normal, so to speak. It is here always. It is so normal that we always overlook it. It is the most normal thing, so to speak. Yeah, so if you still feel drawn to the exciting, blissful, ecstatic experiences, that's fine. Let your deepest heart, like I always say, guide you in your process, in your path home. But the invitation here is to maybe allow, accept, or be open for it, that it doesn't have to be super fireworks and exceptionally whatever, but it's the most normal thing because it's always here. And when I say let yourself be guided by your deepest heart, there's a section in my website, the beingsatsang.com, under gifts. There you can find a German and an English video where I guide through a process which I call choosing from the heart. And for me that's the most useful tool I have found on my path to really always keep on walking step by step towards that ultimate truth. Slowly but surely, with that tool and grace and the dedication of doing what feels right to do, for example as a sadhana, as a spiritual practice, or anything which is like a sort of self-inquiry, self-investigation of what am I actually inside believing, what am I always thinking and I have never questioned it, what I believe to be true, and is it really true? To have this kind of investigation inside, lovingly, not because something is wrong or so, but to just see, I always thought it was like this, but if I really look, I can actually see now that in this now clearer seeing, I see something else. So I strongly, you could say, believe in what also my teacher Amaji says, that there's effort and grace, like the self-effort of wanting to do the needed steps to come home, and the grace which is there to make it complete, so to speak. In a sense that, how she also often says that if God is always standing in front of our door, we really still have to open that door. That effort at least we have to do. So in that sense, not being over-motivated and super kind of hard with yourself, but this really depends on your personality. Like if you're more that kind of laid-back, lazy kind of person, then a little push, a little like kind of I'll do some more discipline, I do some more active steps, might be the right attitude, so to speak. And if you're anyway like kind of a perfectionist and I always have to do things so perfect and strict with myself, then your effort could be to soften, to do still certain things, but observe, am I doing them out of this deepest heart impulse? Am I really listening to my deepest heart and that's why I'm doing that? Or am I doing it out of a mental idea of not being good enough and I still have to work hard to earn whatever I think I should earn? So depending on your self-observation, you choose whatever might be your case, and really just listen to your deepest heart. What is in this very moment the next step, just for this moment? Here comes the impulse to, it's just a short announcing of certain events. As I've already mentioned, the website, it feels right to continue for a few moments with that before I'll sing some more, and we'll integrate lovingly whatever by grace might have been seen and let go of. So just that you know, the next English satsang, healing sound event, on this YouTube channel of mine here, will be on the 10th of December, because I'm always doing them every 2 months in one language. So in 2 months will be the next English one here, and next month in November, on the 27th of November, will be a German one. And even if you maybe don't speak any German even, I really invite you, because the energies will still do its thing and they will still work, and the singing will also often be not in German or any fixed language in that sense, you know. So again, whatever your heart tells you, you can come next month or in December again if you want. And if you are maybe planning a trip to Spain, or you are living close by, you're so welcome to come and see us, Hari and me, in the Casa Kali, where we live here in Andalusia, in Mojaca. On the 30th of October, there will be an in-person Satsang healing sound event, and there we are doing every month a specific event. So we are this month we are doing a Satsang healing sound event, in November as well, and in December will be again a mantra singing circle for the winter solstice and so on. So we are, besides all the individual offers and private retreats we offer, there's this once a month group event for now in the Casa Kali. And then there's also, if you're planning far ahead, on the 31st of January, an English satsang in Tiruvannamalai in India, and at the feet of our beloved Arunachala. So if you are planning a trip to India or whatever is in your plans, so to speak, it would be lovely, more than lovely, to maybe see you there. Jai Ma. So, saying that, I just invite you to feel again into your hip area, your thighs, maybe your feet, lovingly reconnecting or strengthening that connection with the physical form, with the body we just have for now, and to really let this, I always call it like an integration shower of like some flower petals I see falling from the sky, like in white, silver, purple, kind of a little bit of yellow flower petals, which just wash over all the bodies, like the mental, emotional, physical, etheric and so on bodies, and can just cleanse whatever is still there of debris, of anything left over, which can be just easily washed off. Lovingly returned back to the divine. And that everything which has been realized today, everything maybe also you might have had as an insight before, but hasn't fully integrated yet, hasn't fully touched the earth yet, that it's invited to really come down, really live in this form, in this cellular experience, to really, yes, if every cell of yours would get an email with an update. Jai Jai Ma Ma Jai Jai Ma Amma Jai Jai Ma Ma Jai Ma And then in the end, I always like to remind of that column of light, that Jyotirlingam, which goes from the endless sky to your crown chakra, and then go through all your body, coming out at the root chakra into the middle of the earth, and really you're tuning yourself with that, kind of having that as a guiding post, yeah? Not something rigid, but more like a loving, supporting handlebar where you can just, whenever you need it, get support. In the moment I think of it, I kind of switch back to attuning, adjusting to it. I'm already here, more stable, more here now. Not knowing anything, but being here now. Om Amriteshvarye Namah. I want to say thank you for joining me today. For letting our hearts be together in that one Sat Chit Ananda. And even though I will now finish this stream, feel how something inexplicable always continues. Jai Ma. So much love to you all.